That's good. Got my drink pulled up for a good story time. Cognac and iced tea. Yep, drink of the night. You know what? I got a story time. Yes, that's what you're here for. So I got a story time to tell y'all. I'm gonna cap this month off with a good story time. I passed by this building earlier. I was driving, and every time I pass by this specific building in my neighborhood, I get flashbacks, y'all. And it's this person I used to know. He was my friend way back when, and he got exposed for some crazy stuff in the city, y'all. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. But before I get into all of that, if you're not already a part of the family, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit your notification bell so you can keep up with me and know when I upload. Like my video and leave a comment down below. And let's go ahead and do what it do. Mm, mm. Exposed. So y'all, let's go ahead. I was a young lady. I used to date my early 20s, had a couple boyfriends, but I'm going to call him Taurus for this video. Taurus was older than me. I do not remember how me and Taurus met, y'all. Could have been from one of my dating websites. Could have been from when I used to hang out with my friends, hit in the clubs. I'm not sure where I met Taurus from, but I remember that I just met Taurus. I'm not sure, but he was one of my friends. Let's just say that. And I really didn't give Taurus much time of the day because I was dating another person and my interest was more into him. So me and Taurus would text and see each other. We only seen each other maybe 3 or 4 times in person, but we would talk and text a lot. So me and him, we started, texting and talking. It was like, I'm not gonna lie, we text and talk on the phone for like 2 years. Like we seen each other one time. So the first time I met him in person, Taurus was like he's a very tall guy. Kind of got, I won't say like buff, but he was nice built. He had a little muscle, very tall, and he worked at a high school, y'all. So a nearby high school. If anybody in my city watch my videos, watch my channel, know me, and you probably can put 2 and 2 together of who I'm talking about, please don't come down in the comment saying anything because I know it's a couple of my friends or whatnot. And if you put 2 and 2 together, do not comment down. I'm gonna like erase it or whatever. So he worked at this high school, and yeah, that was his occupation, right? So yeah, we talked for 2 years, right? On the phone, we talk and text. So like the first time that we met, Taurus was a very cool guy. He very cool. He was very funny. Had a big nice truck. I love big nice trucks. I love big trucks, right? The first time I met him, we were parked somewhere, probably by his house. Don't remember where we were parked, but we were in his truck. We was talking, kicking it. And I just remember thinking in the back of my head, I'm like, he's a very nice guy, but he has like a little sweet voice. I won't say that he had like a feminine voice, but his voice was kind of like a little sweet. Like he had like an undertone of like softness in his voice. And so sometimes when he would talk to me on the phone, and that time we met in person in the car, in the back of my head I was thinking like, wow, his voice is a little sweet, like it's a little soft, you know what I mean? Like in the back of my head, that's what I was feeling. So I never said nothing. Like, why would you say that to somebody? Like, I don't know. Like as a woman, I don't know if other women like have intuition like this, but I kind of sense stuff like when men are little, you know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, let me move on. Oh, child. This story is messy. Not that messy, it won't even be that long, but here we go. So we continue talking. I just kept that in the back of my head. I kept those thoughts to myself. Now, I did ask, we've been talking and texting on the phone for a long time. The conversation of him having a fiance, a wife, a girlfriend, children, we talked about that. He told me he was single. He just worked at the school. He just, he date like I date. He spoke to other women and stuff, but, he didn't have a wife and he didn't have like, a real relationship. So that's what that was with, he told me. And that's what I believe. So So the second time me and Taurus meet, he wasn't very pushy. I wanted to meet him, and that's what we did. And this time we were in his house. At this time he stayed with, I'm not sure who he stayed with actually. That's a good question. I don't know who he stayed with. But anyway, we went to some house, right? It was a very nice house. It was clean. It didn't smell like roaches. It smelled very good. It smelled like Febreze when we walked in. I remember it had like a little, a ramp. You know how disabled you need the wheelchair ramp. It had one of those. So maybe it was an old person house. But I don't know. It was a real nice house. We were there. And I'm not gonna lie, we did not have intercourse, we did not have sex, but we did have foreplay. And I bring this up to say the foreplay was very, 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 very good. Like I'm talking about the waterfall was flowing. I'm talking about the throbbing was throbbing. You know what I'm saying? Like the girl was purring. Like the foreplay was magnificent. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Like we didn't even officially like have sex, and I would tell y'all because I'm grown. We didn't do the smacking. We didn't do none of that. We just had like the licking and stuff like that. And it was 10 out of 10 would recommend, right? So that's like the second time we would hook up, right? Follow me. So, we still talking and we texting. And again, while we would talk on the phone, let's keep it a buck. He's grown, I'm grown, he's a man. We would talk about sex, right? We would have a little freaky deep texathon, and the things he would say to me was kind of like, wow, he's really a freak. So like one of the things that I noticed that he would talk about like frequently would be eating the groceries, y'all. Like he would constantly ask me to eat my groceries. And I was young 20s. I had not had that done to me yet. You know what I mean? I was new. So somebody asking to eat my groceries was like my initial reaction was just like, ew, like, so 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 Taurus, he would ask me to eat the groceries like all the time. I just thought that was really cute, like very weird. I never spoke to nobody about it. I never really I never really talked to him about like he would text it to me and ask me to do it to me and stuff like that. And I would just kind of like curve it, change the subject or like talk about something else, just try to divert the conversation somewhere else because every time he would ask me about that, I would definitely feel very uncomfortable. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought about it. Because it was new to me. It was very foreign. It was very foreign. And I thought about it, yes. And I just was like, it's just something about him is just giving me, it's just I can't get over this feeling, and I don't know. Well, by him asking me to eat my groceries all the time, of course that just added like curiosity in my brain. But I never spoke on these things. I never said anything about it. You know what I'm saying? I never said anything about it. The third time me and Taurus meet up to just meet up because we would talk and text on the phone like I told you all the time because he was working in a high school. He wasn't a teacher. I don't know. He probably was some security, something like that. But he was working all the time. I was busy being young. We just connected when we connected, So this is like the third time that me and him decided to meet up. And this time again, we were in a car in his big truck and we were parked somewhere by his home. The first time we were in the truck, I was like, okay, cool. The second time he took me inside the house. So that was cool. And then the third time we were in the truck again, I should have been like, why do you want me in the truck? But didn't think about it. I really didn't care. So the third time we was in his truck and we parked by his house, and by his house was like this large schoolhouse, and the schoolhouse used to have like a large yard, like it was a big property, so it was guarded off by gates, and a part of this gate was an opening, and we would park into like the go hang out inside the gate inside of the truck, pretty much on the schoolyard. But it was like far from the building. It was like whatever. And I'm like, okay, so why do you want to come park in the schoolyard this time? I knew what he, I thought about like why he wanted to, but I knew what he was trying to do. He was trying to get some yams. You know what I'm saying? Like he was trying to get some of this good pound cake, I don't know. So we was parked out there. We chilled for a little bit. We was talking, and then we got to doing the foreplaying and stuff like that, y'all. The touching and the stuff like that. And eventually, you know, um, it's so strange, when you're doing foreplay with a juicy mama like me. Most, my guy be on my body, you know what I mean? But when this foreplay was a little different, like, okay, like, yeah, mamas was flowing down there and everything. 10 out of 10 recommend with Taurus, but he only wanted to eat my groceries. So he asked me again, y'all. I hope this video don't get censored, and I hope this ain't too much information, but we was doing a foreplay and he just asked to eat my groceries again. And I was like, I've never done this. I'm young. I've never had this done. So a little bit of the curiosity, y'all, got to me. And so I was like, okay, go ahead. So y'all, I am tooted and booted in this man's truck in his schoolyard, right? So I'm tooted and booted and he is eating the groceries, y'all. And 10 out of 10 recommend. 10 out of 10 recommend. But let me tell y'all something. He, besides the foreplay and all of that, this is like the furthest he ever like got with me. This is only the third time we met in 2 years. So I'm talking about he ate the groceries for like 30 minutes. I mean, like, okay, you do your little thing or whatever and you get up and we move on maybe. But we didn't even get past that. We didn't get past that point because he just wanted to eat the groceries. Like that was all he just wanted to eat the groceries. That's all he wanted to do. Like we was out there for like 30, 45 minutes. I was just tooted and booted. The whole time Taurus just wanted to eat the groceries, right? So I'm like, okay, after 5, 10, 15 minutes, the moaning starts to get to groaning because it's like, okay, what are you doing? There's nothing really there. So I finally tell him, okay, that's it. And I get up and it's strange again, y'all. He didn't ask to go any further. Like, like I just said, my man be on my body. He liked this juicy moosey. You feel me? He didn't want to go any further. Like he didn't want to he didn't want to experience the yam, So girl, and I thought that was strange, but I thought maybe maybe he's tired, his jaws are tired, maybe his body is tired. We was bent in crazy ways in this truck. Maybe he's a little tired. So he didn't pursue anything else. I got my little paper towels and wipes, you know what I mean? Wrapped it up. And tell me why I looked out the man's truck and somebody had done closed the damn gate to the we was locked in there. So I'm like, oh, Taurus, oh damn, we locked in the gate. So he gets out. And fortunately, whoever closed the gate, they had a chain on it, but they did not lock it. So they must have seen me tooted and booted in this man's truck in his schoolyard. It was like, nah, I'm going to put the chain on the gate, but I ain't going to lock them in. So luckily, we took the chain off and we got out of there, right? So, okay. So now, time goes on and I always felt in my little spirit of mine, my intuition was just always a little, you know what I mean, about him. But it just, I could not put my finger on it. These are just the thoughts that I always had about Taurus, y'all. I never told anybody. I never expressed any of this to him, of course not. And because I didn't want to offend him. But this is just what I felt within myself. And his interest in just wanting to eat the back door and, not pursuing anything else. Somebody knocking at my door. So how should I pop this off? Okay, let me see where I should pop this off at. All right, so that's our relationship. Again, I'm gonna just remind y'all of me and Taurus were just friends. We never had sex officially. He just did the back door, and I dated other people, and That was that. That was the dynamics of our relationship. So one day I'm chilling home. My dad probably just cooked. Y'all like my hair? So one day I'm home and I'm just in my bed, minding my business. I'm scrolling Facebook. Now back in it, well, even now, but back a couple years ago when people was getting exposed on Facebook left and right on Facebook. Don't know about your city, don't know about your state, but in Miami, a lot of people was getting exposed on the internet a couple years ago, really bad. So I'm scrolling on Facebook, y'all, and Lord, I see a video. So okay, before I see the video, you know how you got to read the comments and stuff like that. So before I click on this video, I'm reading comments and everybody is talking about some, oh, I know him. He work at my high school. Oh my God. He got a wife. Like she be coming at the school. Oh my God. This Mr. Taurus. Y'all, oh my God. Check out Mr. Taurus. And along the lines of these comments, y'all. Okay. So I click on this video. And so I'm gonna just try to play out the video for y'all. So I click on this video, and there's a transsexual, and he's naked, and so they're sitting on the bed, and I see Taurus laying on the bed, right, naked. So the transsexual is just like, yeah, baby, something like that. And Taurus laying on the bed naked, talking about he's Mr. 1864, his nickname. And so y'all fast forward, keep watching the video. So the guy was she was like, no disrespect. The guy was like, come on, give me some stuff. And so Taurus gets on his hands and knees, give him some stuff. And I'm talking about Taurus had his legs in the air, y'all. He was missionary style, legs to the sky. You know what I'm talking about? Toes to the ceiling. And I'm talking about that dude, that trainee, is trainee okay to say? That trainee was, I'm talking about that trainee was Taurus, y'all. I'm talking about blew his back down. I'm talking about that, and I'm talking about then Taurus got up, and then he was giving that good WAP 3000. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it cute. He was giving that good old stuff to the man, and I was like, oh my God, wish I could find that meme. But it's like, oh my God, I was flabbergasted, y'all. I was so perplexed and confused. My heart was broke, like. It was no doubting that it was Taurus, y'all. Before I even seen the video, all of the comments pointed him out. On top of that, he had a wife. He had a wife. And so I didn't never see the wife. I don't know if she was in the comments, but apparently the wife was heartbroken, as she should have been. The street Miami was talking. She apparently was too embarrassed. She left him. She filed for divorce, so this video is just being spread around. Everybody is talking about Taurus in this video, right? So I'm feeling bad for my friend. I'm like, damn. And the first thing came to my head, I was like, self, and myself say, huh? And I said, you was right, girl. And myself said, girl, I told you. And so I was like, dang, that's messed up. I knew it. You know what I mean? I knew it. And then my second thought was, damn, girl, I'm glad I didn't have sex with him. These guys carry all kind of stuff. Like he was giving that to that guy on the video with just like it was nothing. I'm so happy that it was just a foreplay and a touching, and he just, you feel me? That was it. I'm so happy about that too. You know what I mean? So I'm just sitting there like reading the comments. I'm feeling bad for my friend. I'm like, oh Lord. I hope he okay. I know his life is just going in shambles. I'm talking about post after post after post. Everybody was talking about Taurus. The city exposed him. So apparently the word on the street was he owed the person he made the XXX video with. He owed him some money. And that man was like, you gonna give me my money or I'm gonna expose your ass. And when I tell you he ain't play, he exposed his ass and his life went down in shambles, y'all. But So some, I'm reading, and it's just crazy, So like a week passed by. He didn't call me. I didn't call him. I just thought maybe he just wanted some space. And so like after a week, y'all, I called him. He answered the phone, and I asked him how he's doing. He's like, he's hanging in there, but he's not doing so good. He said, man, even my mama saw that video. I ain't gonna lie, I felt really bad. I felt really bad. Cause your mama, dang. She saw poor Taurus with his toes to the ceiling. I'm talking about ankle cracking. Oh Lord. So it's like, man, I felt bad for him. And I talked to him for a little bit on the phone. He kind of knew that the relationship, like the friendship relationship, the relations between me and him was, I'm good. Um, that phone call, I didn't have to say it. He sensed it, but I just wanted to see how he was doing and how he okay and stuff like that. So he was fine. And after that phone call, y'all, I never heard from him again. Like I did, like some months passed by, I did think about him, and I did call his phone. The phone was disconnected. Either it was disconnected or he changed his phone number. That building that he stayed in before, I pass by frequently. I never see him walk outside. I don't see his truck out there. So I'm assuming he moved. Maybe Mr. Taurus moved out of state, honey. I have no idea. But after that video was leaked, and he said his mama saw the video, I never seen Taurus again. And I pray that he's alive and he's well. Yes. I hope he's not dealing with any depression. No. I hope he's living life. Maybe he moved out of state and he started a new life, because Miami is big but it's small at the same time. So maybe he wanted to start a new life and, just do different things. Who knows? I haven't heard from him, seen anything about him since I talked to him that day, y'all. So I just, that story, I just had to tell that story because, dog, how you get exposed like that? And how you let somebody they tried to extort you. You should have paid that damn money. That's what your ass should have did. You should have paid that money. That's what he should have did. But nah, not the toes to the ceiling. Taurus had his, and if y'all see him, it's like, you be surprised, don't it? You see some gay men, it just be like, how are you gay? Taurus was so big, y'all. Taurus was like 6-something feet. He was big dude. And you had your toes to the ceiling? Oh Lord. And it's just too much. It's too much. It's too much. I'm done. I am done. It just remind me of my ex. Like, what's with it? What's with it in these men? I'm sorry. I'm not just talking down on every man. I'm not. But it's like, because I have a good man in my life. But I'm talking about my ex that I was with before, when I was younger. He used to like to do that. Like, Taurus was way before. Taurus was my first experience with the back door. But, when I got with my ex, it went from eating the front, the back all the time. And I just, I'm going to make a story time about that, but while we're on the subject, I just got to talk about it just a little bit. And he used to always want to, the back door all the time. And then fast forward, make a long story short, I FaceTime him and he got the phone. I'm looking, okay. So he's on FaceTime with me and he got the phone right here. So I'm looking at his chin and stuff and he staring out his window and he's asking me, how should I say this without getting my video demonetized? He's staring out the window and he's asking me, am I going him? Like, y'all put 2 and 2 together. Come on, he want me to, him. He want me. He want to be on his knees. And he want me to be behind him. He want me to, him. Y'all, these men. And I never looked at him the same after that question, y'all. Too much. Let me cut this short. Because if This cognac and iced tea gonna have me talking all night, and I'm just gonna keep going, going, and going, girl. I'm done. I'm done. If y'all enjoyed my video, like, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and like my video. Leave a comment down below. Hit your notification bell so you keep up with me and on the upload, and we can do what it do. Until next time, I'm out, y'all.